Went on Walmart and looked for the cheapest gaming PCs, and I bought this extremely cheap gaming PC that cost less than $300.
Okay, so this right here is the cheapest gaming PC I could find on Walmart, and it's actually coming from a company called Suvari. I've actually never heard of that before, but this is literally the cheapest gaming PC I could find. And also, if you guys take a look at the box, PC is definitely pretty small. This isn't like an ITX gaming PC or anything like that, but I guess the PC overall is just a much smaller gaming PC. Now, for only $325, this is definitely the cheapest PC you could find on Walmart. And actually, the PC has like no reviews on Walmart as well, so I was definitely very skeptical when buying this thing. I didn't know if it was like a Walmart scam with a cheap PC or whatnot, so I'm definitely really glad that something actually came. Now, inside of this box, we do get this huge Wi-Fi antenna, as well as obviously the power cable. And then we have the gaming PC itself right over there. And I mean, just taking a look at this box, oh my God, it has static. You guys can notice this thing is definitely a very small gaming PC, but hopefully the specs inside this PC are still pretty good. Honestly, for a PC that's $325, I think if we're able to actually run Fortnite at least like a consistent 80 FPS, I'm honestly more than satisfied, especially since this is the cheapest PC on Walmart, which I definitely expected to be a huge scam. But taking this PC out of its packaging, okay, we have like this white PC build, which definitely looks pretty cool. And inside this PC build, we also do get 5 case fans. Yeah, this PC build is definitely much smaller than like your typical gaming PC. Maybe it might be because it is a cheaper gaming PC, I'm not too sure. But I normally don't actually even buy gaming PCs off Walmart, so I'm not sure how good the PCs are off of there, especially cheap pre-built gaming PCs like this one right here with literally no reviews at all. We're gonna go ahead and just completely go in blind. If this thing doesn't even turn on, that could be a reason why it's super cheap, but I can't even take this glass off. Holy crap. I guess first let's go ahead and take out the plastic. Bro, I can't even take this glass out. Hold on. This might be the first problem with a cheap gaming PC, guys. I mean, I have all the screws out. I just literally cannot take out the glass. All right, I'm not even gonna go ahead and bother taking out the glass, but if you guys actually take a look at the specs inside of a $325 Walmart gaming PC, you guys can see we have the graphics card right over here. It's nothing too crazy. We do have an RX 560, which I believe is just a 4 gig VRAM graphics card. So we do have a pretty low-end graphics card inside this build. And if you guys take a look at the CPU, we do have a Ryzen 5 3500X. Nothing too crazy with the CPU once again. Also with the CPU fan, we do have like a regular stock cooler from AMD. And in the RAM, we do have is 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. Honestly, for 325 bucks, the specs are definitely not that bad. I was definitely expecting much worse. Most cheap gaming PCs, especially like pre-built gaming PCs, they usually just go with no graphics card and make you play on like integrated graphics. But I guess this cheap Walmart gaming PC does have a dedicated graphics card, which is definitely good. Also, this gaming PC does actually have 7 fans instead of 5. I think originally I did say it has 5 fans, but you guys see we have 2 more fans on the top right there. These fans do kind of look like the Lian Li fans, so it definitely looks pretty cool for its like aesthetic design. But let me go ahead and turn this thing on and take a look at the RGB now. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, this thing looks definitely pretty cool. Even if the specs wasn't that great, I mean, the aesthetics are looking very nice. These fans are definitely looking very clean. I think they're just like some type of ripoff or like cheap Lian Li fans. Obviously, they aren't Lian Li, but they do have the really cool Lian Li case fan design. But yeah, this right here is a $325 gaming PC from Walmart. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the performance. Maybe the cheapest Walmart gaming PC isn't that bad after all. I'm actually blown away with the aesthetics. Like the RGB just glow very nicely. And I'm actually glad this thing turned on. I thought this thing was a scam. So far everything is looking good with this PC. I'm actually really glad. This might actually be one of the best looking like cheap gaming PCs. A lot of pre-built game PCs nowadays, they look like absolute garbage. The only thing with this PC is that it is a much smaller PC, as you guys can see. But yeah, so far looking very good. And now if you guys go ahead and take a look at the max FPS this Walmart gaming PC could actually get for only 315 bucks, and being Walmart's cheapest gaming PC, this thing actually runs really good with literally only an RX 560 with the Ryzen 5 3500X. FPS could actually go up to about 145 to 150 50 FPS. Now, I definitely expected the PC to run a lot worse, which I mean, definitely pretty surprising since as I'm building, we're actually still getting about 110 FPS. But I honestly think if we actually go into an actual game, even on like reload or something, I think we're only gonna go ahead and run about like 70 FPS or so, unless I drop the resolution down to like 990 or even like 720p. Because right now we are on all low settings, 1080p. In creative, this thing actually sometimes dropped down to 80 FPS. Like for the most part, we're running a consistent 110 FPS, but sometimes the lowest I do see it drop down to is about 80 FPS or so. It literally just randomly drops frames sometimes, which I mean is pretty expected since the specs are pretty outdated, but I might need to just completely drop down the graphics and the resolution to even like run this PC more consistently. Let me go ahead and drop it down to like 720p. Oh my God, bro. The game might actually look horrible, but I think the performance is gonna be a lot better. Okay, 720p right now. We're actually running 170 FPS now. So, I mean, you guys can see the game is definitely a lot more playable on 720p. As I'm building, we're getting actually about like 140 to 150 FPS consistently. I guess this PC is pretty good at running 720p, but obviously the game looks a little bit weird. We might actually have to do that when we go into an actual game, but not in creative. I think in creative, 1080p runs pretty good, pretty consistent, 115 FPS in creative. On 1080p is not too bad, especially with a $315 gaming PC. Literally the cheapest gaming PC you guys can find on Walmart. Also, like feeling this gaming PC, it doesn't overheat or anything. I think the fans are definitely doing a really good job with its cooling. I could kind of feel like the fan and like the air blowing onto me a little bit. Like the cooling is definitely really good, especially for a super cheap gaming PC. And now taking a look at the max FPS this Walmart gaming PC could get in an actual game, you guys can see we're actually running about 120 to 140 FPS. You guys can see so far when we're actually landing in, there is a little, oh my, what is going on? There's like a little bit of frame drop. I did set it back to 1080p, so I am playing on 1080p resolution instead of 720p, which I'm gonna go ahead and test out later. Bro, this guy's slick. This guy's slick, bro. Is this guy slick? Is this guy slick? All right, but we're actually running about 80 FPS right now, so definitely still pretty decent. There's a little bit of frame drops here and there, obviously. Oh my. 200. The frames do drop down to about like 95, 80-ish FPS. 200. Crack. Oh my, this guy's one. 200. Bro, what is going on? I'm actually getting like a little bit of frame drops down to like 70 FPS for some reason. I might need to actually run the game at 720p, I'm not gonna lie. 1080p right now, oh my. 1080p is not looking too good. Crack. Oh my, yo. Bro, what is actually going on right now? What is, oh my, there's so much people. Oh my. We're literally running about like 80 FPS with frame drops right now. I don't even know what's going on. Crack. Oh my. Wait, these frame drops might be crazy. These frame drops might be crazy right now. 1080p right now on this PC is not looking too good. We might need to drop it down to 720p. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go up. Oh my, yo, how many people is there? There's so much freaking people shooting at me. What is going on? What is going on? Get me out of here. Get me out of here, bro. Let's quickly bump it down to 720p real quick. Hopefully the game runs a lot better. Okay, I'm actually noticing a little bit of a difference already. The performance is definitely a little bit more consistent and smoother. We're running about like 130 FPS right now. Definitely much higher FPS, as you guys can see. Oh my, this guy's one. 200, oh, yo, we're still getting frame drops? Hold on. This PC might be tweaking out a little bit. When we're not fighting someone, this thing actually runs about like 130 FPS. But the second I shoot someone, it literally drops down to like 80 or even like 70 FPS, which is definitely very weird. I am on 720p, so the game looks absolutely garbage still, but the PC is still struggling a little bit. Not too sure what's going on. In creative, like the PC was definitely running so much better. Like literally, the game was very smooth. But I guess once we go ahead and get into an actual game, the PC's performance isn't as great anymore. No way. Oh my. No way I was about to lose to this guy. There was no way. Also, the PC doesn't overheat or anything still, so I guess that's like a good thing with this PC. It doesn't overheat at least, even though the performance is not looking too good. It definitely is like a little bit more consistent now though, but for the most part, once we actually get into a fight, that thing just completely collapsed. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my, oh, yo, this guy's one. Oh my. Oh my. No! Oh my God. My gun wouldn't shoot. my gun wouldn't shoot, man. I'd even get like huge frame drops there, but I literally could not aim because of like the PC and like all the delay and everything going on. I'm not too sure what just happened. I think any huge fights drop the PC's performance and its FPS down to like maximum like 80 FPS. Like this thing completely drops down. Like you could feel the frame drops and everything. Oh, that's the same guy. I need my get back. I need my get back, bro. Cracked. 200. Let's go. Wait, that's not the same guy, but let's go. Free kill, free kill, free kill. No way. No way this guy got in. Ready? Oh my, no way. I have a horrible shotgun. 30? Bro, oh my God. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I see someone. Okay, okay. Even in 720p, I could somewhat see people, which is definitely still good. I thought they're literally gonna be like a block of pixels, like I can't see anything. Oh, frame drop. No way. Nope. Oh, we both killed each other. That's cool. Bro, every time you shoot a gun, there's actually frame drops with this PC, which is like a huge problem. I'm gonna try to get my loot back. This is probably a bad idea, but... Okay, okay. Let me get this stuff. Nice. We out, we out, we out, wait. Ready? No way. No! I had to reload. I had to reload. Oh my God. This guy's 1 HP, bro. I'm literally so unlucky. Let's go, bro. GG's.